Chapter 2 Core Concepts in CBT. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT, is a structured, goal-oriented form of psychotherapy that is based on the interconnection between thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Understanding the core concepts of CBT is essential for grasping how this therapeutic approach functions and how it can be applied effectively. In this chapter, we will explore 4 fundamental concepts in CBT: automatic thoughts and cognitive distortions, core beliefs and schemas, the cycle of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and the role of mindfulness in CBT. Automatic thoughts and cognitive distortions. 1. Automatic thoughts. Automatic thoughts are the spontaneous, involuntary thoughts that arise in response to specific situations or stimuli. These thoughts often occur so quickly that we may not even be aware of them, yet they have a powerful influence on our emotions and behaviors. Automatic thoughts can be positive, neutral, or negative, but in the context of CBT, the focus is often on identifying and addressing negative automatic thoughts that contribute to emotional distress and maladaptive behaviors. Example: imagine you are about to give a presentation at work. An automatic thought might be, "I'm going to mess this up," leading to feelings of anxiety and possibly behaviors such as avoidance or stumbling through the presentation. 2. Cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are inaccurate or irrational thought patterns that often underlie automatic thoughts. These distortions can perpetuate negative thinking and emotional distress, leading to a cycle of maladaptive thoughts and behaviors. Recognizing and challenging cognitive distortions is a key aspect of CBT. Some common cognitive distortions include all-or-nothing thinking, seeing things in black and white terms without recognizing any middle ground. For example, thinking, "If I don't get this job, I'm a complete failure." Overgeneralization, making broad conclusions based on a single event or piece of evidence. For instance, after one rejection, thinking, "I'll never find a partner." Catastrophizing, expecting the worst possible outcome in any situation. For example, assuming that if you make one mistake, your entire career is doomed. Mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking, often assuming they have negative thoughts about you. For instance, "They must think I'm so incompetent." Emotional reasoning, believing that because you feel something, it must be true. For example, "I feel anxious, so there must be something wrong." 3. Addressing automatic thoughts and cognitive distortions. In CBT, therapists help clients identify their automatic thoughts and the cognitive distortions that accompany them. Once these thoughts and distortions are recognized, clients can learn to challenge and reframe them into more balanced, realistic thoughts. This process, known as cognitive restructuring, is central to CBT and involves several steps. Identifying automatic thoughts. Clients are encouraged to pay attention to their thoughts, especially in situations that trigger emotional distress. Examining the evidence. Clients are guided to evaluate the evidence for and against their automatic thoughts. This helps them see whether their thoughts are accurate or distorted. Reframing the thought. If a thought is found to be distorted, clients learn to reframe it into a more balanced, rational perspective. Behavioral experiments. Clients may engage in behavioral experiments to test the validity of their thoughts. For example, if someone believes they will be judged negatively if they speak up in a meeting, they might be encouraged to try it and observe the actual outcome. Core beliefs and schemas. 1. Core beliefs. Core beliefs are deeply held, often unconscious beliefs about oneself, others, and the world. These beliefs are usually formed early in life and can significantly influence our perceptions and behaviors. Core beliefs are more rigid and fundamental than automatic thoughts. They serve as the foundation upon which automatic thoughts are built. Examples of core beliefs. I am unlovable. The world is a dangerous place. I am incompetent. These beliefs are typically polarized, e.g., I am either completely competent or completely incompetent. and are resistant to change. Core beliefs influence how we interpret our experiences and can lead to pervasive patterns of negative thinking and behavior. 2. Schemas. Schemas are broader cognitive frameworks that encompass a collection of related core beliefs. They are mental structures that help us organize and interpret information, but when maladaptive, they can lead to persistent patterns of negative thinking and behavior. Examples of schemas. Abandonment schema. The belief that significant others will not be available or supportive when needed, leading to fears of abandonment. Defectiveness schema. The belief that one is flawed, unlovable, or inferior to others. Failure schema. The belief that one is destined to fail or is fundamentally incapable of achieving success. Schemas can be adaptive or maladaptive. Maladaptive schemas, often rooted in early adverse experiences, can lead to chronic emotional difficulties and dysfunctional behaviors. In CBT, therapists work with clients to identify and modify these schemas, helping them develop healthier, more adaptive beliefs. 3. Modifying core beliefs and schemas. Changing core beliefs and schemas is a deeper, more challenging process than addressing automatic thoughts. However, it is possible through consistent cognitive restructuring and experiential learning. Techniques include Socratic questioning. Therapists ask probing questions to help clients examine the evidence for their core beliefs and consider alternative perspectives. Schema therapy. This is an extension of CBT that focuses specifically on identifying and changing maladaptive schemas. It often involves experiential techniques such as imagery rescripting to help clients process early experiences that contributed to their schemas. Behavioral experiments. Similar to the process with automatic thoughts, clients may engage in behavioral experiments to test the validity of their core beliefs and schemas in real-life situations. The cycle of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. One of the fundamental principles of CBT is the recognition that thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are interconnected and influence one another in a cyclical pattern. This cycle can either contribute to psychological distress or to psychological well-being, depending on the nature of the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors involved. 1. The interaction of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Thoughts. Our interpretations of situations, often in the form of automatic thoughts, heavily influence our emotional responses. Emotions. Our feelings, which are influenced by our thoughts, drive our behavioral responses. Behaviors. Our actions, influenced by our emotions, can reinforce our thoughts and emotional patterns, creating a feedback loop. For example, consider someone with social anxiety. Thought. Everyone will think I'm awkward if I go to the party. Emotion. Anxiety or fear. Behavior. Avoidance of the party. Outcome. Avoidance reinforces the thought, I must be awkward if I can't even go to a party, perpetuating the cycle. 2. Breaking the cycle. CBT aims to break this negative cycle by intervening at various points. For example, cognitive restructuring. Changing the thought pattern can alter the emotional response and, subsequently, the behavior. If the person with social anxiety challenges the thought and replaces it with something more balanced, such as, I might feel a bit awkward, but most people won't notice or care, they may experience less anxiety and feel more able to attend the party. Behavioral activation. Changing behavior can also break the cycle. For example, if someone with depression engages in activities that they normally enjoy, even if they don't feel like it initially, they might experience positive emotions, which can then lead to more positive thoughts. Mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can become more aware of the cycle and their reactions, allowing them to respond rather than react automatically. The role of mindfulness in CBT. 1. Understanding mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment, non-judgmentally, and with an attitude of openness and curiosity. It involves being aware of thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations as they arise, without becoming entangled in them. In the context of CBT, mindfulness helps individuals observe their thoughts and emotions without reacting to them automatically, creating space for more deliberate, thoughtful responses. 2. Integrating mindfulness with CBT. While CBT traditionally focuses on changing thoughts and behaviors, the integration of mindfulness into CBT, often referred to as mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, adds a layer of awareness that can enhance the effectiveness of treatment. Benefits of mindfulness in CBT. Increased awareness of automatic thoughts. Mindfulness helps individuals notice their automatic thoughts as they arise, providing an opportunity to challenge and reframe them before they lead to negative emotions or behaviors. Emotional regulation. By observing emotions without judgment, mindfulness can help individuals regulate their emotional responses. This is particularly helpful for individuals with mood disorders, anxiety, and stress-related conditions. Reduction of cognitive fusion. Cognitive fusion refers to the process of becoming so entangled with thoughts that they seem to be literal truths. Mindfulness helps create a distance between the individual and their thoughts, reducing cognitive fusion and allowing for more flexible thinking. Improved stress management. Mindfulness practices, such as deep breathing and body scans, can help reduce the physiological symptoms of stress, promoting relaxation and well-being. 3. Mindfulness techniques in CBT. Several mindfulness techniques can be integrated into CBT to enhance its effectiveness. Mindful breathing, focusing on the breath to anchor attention in the present moment and reduce physiological arousal. Body scan, bringing awareness to different parts of the body, noticing sensations, and releasing tension. Thought observation, observing thoughts as they arise, noticing their patterns, and letting them pass without judgment or attachment. Mindful meditation, practicing seated meditation to cultivate a state of non-judgmental awareness and acceptance.